Hello and welcome to All Top 5s. I did another video on the top 5 oldest UFO photographs in existence, but today I'm sharing what I believe to be the top 5 most intriguing and interesting videos of UFOs. They could well all be hoaxes, or they could all be genuine. Whatever you believe, have a look at these. Number 5. The Norway Spiral UFO. On the 9th of December 2009, thousands of people in North Norway and some of Sweden witnessed one of the most bizarre celestial incidents I've ever come across. This isn't a video effect or CGI. That's actually what appeared in the night sky, captured on film by several people and in countless photographs by others. For nearly 3 minutes, a bright blue light swept across the night sky from behind a mountain, expanded outwards, and then stopped and created a perfect spinning spiral of light. After spiraling outwards, the light expanded and disappeared, leaving what looked like a portal or a wormhole at the end of a tunnel of light. A truly spectacular and, at the same time, terrifying event that left many Scandinavians wondering. Initially unexplained by the baffled meteorologists, suggestions that this was a wormhole opening, a strange fireball meteor, an alien spacecraft, or a new Northern Lights variation cropped up. However, the Russians put forward an official explanation the following day, stating that it was a failed missile test. The missile had travelled into the outer atmosphere, where it malfunctioned, putting it into a spin and generating a large cloud and spiral of light before disappearing. Some conspiracy theorists dismiss this Russian explanation as a government cover-up and choose to believe that it was extraterrestrial life instead. Whatever you believe, there's no doubt that this was, at least for a short time, one of the most incredible UFOs ever witnessed or captured on video. Number 4. The Mexican Air Force UFOs. On the 5th of March 2004, the Mexican Air Force was carrying out a patrol in a military jet checking for drug smugglers. The onboard infrared camera suddenly picked up 11 spheres that appeared to be moving extremely quickly and in somewhat irregular fashion. Their bright glow on the infrared film suggests that they were very hot indeed.
Lo raro es que trae una punta delante, puntito delante. A ver, radar, ¿qué tenemos? Nada, señor. A ver, permítame, déjale busco. ¿Y nosotros?
The truly weird thing about these 11 UFOs is that they were only picked up on the infrared camera. The military personnel were not able to see them at all with the naked eye, and the objects were completely invisible to radar sweeps done both by the plane and by ground control. The credibility of this video is very high, as the armed forces aren't likely to misreport information and definitely not stage hoaxes. The only plausible explanation put forward is that these lights were oil platform flares 150 miles away in the sea. This would explain why the infrared light was captured but the humans were unable to see it, and why radar picked up nothing. Whether this is a reasonable explanation or not is difficult to decide, as there are a lot of assumptions and liberties taken with it. All I can say for certain is that this is one of the best videos of what seem to be UFOs, unidentified flying objects, around. Number 3. Houston, Texas UFOs. Mass sightings are more credible as UFO sightings go because it greatly reduces the chance of it being a forgery, and the multiple viewing angles lessen the chance that the object or objects are just a trick of the light. That's the case in this video from the 11th of August 2014 in Houston, Texas. What we can see is very bright light against the clouds in a circle formation, which seems to keep rearranging itself very, very quickly. This appears to have been the only video that I can find, but there were some photos taken by others in different areas. Each of these photographs shows the clear circle formation, some with a light in the centre of the circle, and some with lights either side of the circle. No one has given much of a reasonable explanation as to what these lights could possibly be. They're definitely not military aircraft, nor are they balloons. There's also the question as to whether the lights were individual objects at a distance, or whether the lights were attached to something otherwise invisible, much like a flying saucer, a lot closer. All questions and no answers at all with this one, I'm afraid, but it easily makes my top 5 for that very reason. Number 2. Nellis Test Range UFO. In November 1994, on the Nellis Test Range in the USA, the military was testing a remote-controlled radar tracking system and captured the following footage of a UFO. It's a strange one, and certainly the air traffic controllers and operators discussing it live in the video are just as baffled. They suggest it could be a helo, slang for a helicopter, or indeed a balloon, but very quickly they dismiss these claims. The UFO itself seems to change shape constantly, or certainly rotate in strange ways, though at such low resolution and with the sun making an entrance into the video, a lot of the definition is blown out. A really helpful addition to this footage is the on-screen radar tracking information. For the first portion of the video, the object is supposed to be travelling at around 40 miles per hour, around 10 miles away. Around 20 seconds in, the radar claims that the object accelerates very quickly from around 60 miles an hour to 660 miles an hour in only 10 seconds. Then it slows down. It does this all again before decelerating to around 125 miles per hour. Then, at just over a minute in, it suddenly speeds up again to over 700 miles per hour, gaining altitude rapidly as well. It passes in front of the sun at an altitude of around 11,000 feet and heads away, still climbing at over 200 miles per hour. This information, if the radar was functioning correctly and has been interpreted correctly, is incredible, and really helps you put into perspective how unusual the flight path and behaviour of this UFO was. Unfortunately, the blurred monochrome footage is all we have on this particular sighting, and there were no other witnesses. It's still wonderful footage though. Although Nellis Test Range has been confirmed to test new military flight technologies, I have trouble believing anything man-made in 1994 or even modern day could travel in such a way. Number 1. The Turkey UFO Case. This is one of my personal favourite series of UFO videos of all time. In 2007, 2008 and 2009, a UFO was spotted over the Sea of Marmara in Turkey, and the sightings were repeated and captured by many people during that time. The best footage, in my opinion, comes from a night watchman, Yalkin Yalman, sorry for the pronunciation, who was responsible for looking after a building on the shore of the sea. Yalman's footage is the best of the lot, and some of the best UFO footage ever taken. I've extracted some of the best bits for you, but the full versions are available on the YouTube channel Turkey UFO Incident. Keep an eye on the times and dates stamped on the footage though, it shows how long these sightings went on for.
Duruyor değil mi hala orada? Ağır duruyor. Evet.
I think the best thing about this footage is the clarity of the object in question. It's clearly defined, giving you a sense of the material it's made of, the angles at which it's formed, and the structure of the object. Over the course of the different films, you can see some definite similarities, but also some distinct changes. Especially as the footage nears the morning light, the object is all but transparent, but emits red glowing lights showing that it's the same size and shape as before. This UFO was witnessed many times, but didn't always make an appearance every night. It's been proven that the object and the lights weren't a cruise ship or any other boat, as there were none in the area and it's too high above the horizon for that anyway. Every analyst who has investigated and scrutinised the videos has come away with no real answer for it, all admitting that the footage has not been tampered with and is completely genuine. But what the footage is showing is anyone's guess. Could it be an odd trick of the light that just happened to repeat on certain days for 3 years? Or could it be extraterrestrials visiting the Earth with an unexplained allure to the middle of this Turkish sea? Whatever it is, it's extremely interesting and the top of my list. And that's it from All Top 5s for this week. Do you have any personal photos or videos of UFOs that you've taken yourself? If you have, then let me know, send them in, because I'd really love to see them. What do you think of the 5 that I've explored though? Would you have chosen different ones? As always, be polite and considerate in the comments, let's all get on and have a really interesting discussion. You can click on the like button, which will really help me out if you've liked the video, and you can subscribe for a new video every single Tuesday on every different topic you can imagine. So, peace and love to each and every one of you, and I'll see you all next time on All Top 5's